Okay, we're going to continue on in our Father's Word today. This is Leviticus chapter 9, verse 9. And the sons of Aaron brought the blood unto him, and he dipped his finger in the blood and put it upon the horns of the altar, and poured out the blood at the bottom of the altar. But the fat, and the kidneys, and the caul above the liver of the sin offering, he burnt upon the altar, as the Lord commanded Moses. And the flesh and the hide he burnt with fire without the camp. And he slew the burnt offering, and Aaron's sons presented unto him the blood, which he sprinkled round about the altar. And they presented the burnt offering unto him, with the pieces thereof and the head. And he burnt them upon the altar. And he did wash the innards and the legs, and burnt them upon the burnt offering on the altar. And he brought the people's offering, and took the goat, which was the sin offering for the people, and slew it, and offered it for sin as the first. And he brought the burnt offering, and offered it according to this manner. And he brought the meat offering, and took a handful thereof, and burnt it upon the altar, beside the burnt sacrifice of the morning. He slew also the bullock and the ram for a sacrifice of peace offering, which was for the people. And Aaron's sons presented unto him the blood, which he sprinkled upon the altar round about. And the fat of the bullock, and of the ram, and of the rump, that's which covered that inwards, and the kidneys and the caul above the liver. And they put the fat upon the breast, and he burnt the fat upon the altar. And the breast and the right shoulder Aaron saved for a wave offering before the Lord, as Moses commanded. And Aaron lifted up his hand toward the people, and blessed them, and came down from offering of the sin offering, and the burnt offering, and the peace offering. And Moses and Aaron went into the tabernacle of the congregation, and came out and blessed the people. And the glory of the Lord appeared unto all the people. There came out a fire from before the Lord, and consumed upon the altar the burnt offering and the fat, which when all the people saw, they shouted, and fell on their faces. Now this is Leviticus chapter 10. And Nadab and Abihu, the sons of Aaron, took neither of them his censer, and put fire therein, and put incense thereon, and offered strange fire before the Lord, which he commanded them not. He took cow chips. Nadab and Abihu took cow chip fires, strange fire, rather than using the holy fire from the censers, which they did not. And so he commanded them not. And there went out fire from the Lord, and devoured them, and they died before the Lord. Then Moses said unto Aaron, This is it that the Lord spake, saying, I will be sanctified in them that come nigh me, and before all the people I will be glorified. So Nadab and Abihu, Aaron's two oldest sons, were consumed by God. And Aaron held his peace. And Moses called Michael and Elaphan, the sons of Uzziah, the uncle of Aaron, and said unto them, Come near, carry your brethren from before the sanctuary out of the camp. So they went near, and carried them in their coats out of the camp, as Moses had said. And Moses said unto Aaron, and unto Eleazar, and to Ithamar his sons, Uncover not your heads, neither rend your clothes, lest you die, and lest wrath come upon all the people. But let your brethren, the whole house of Israel, bewail the burning which the Lord hath kindled. And ye shall not go out from the door of the tabernacle of the congregation, lest you die. For the anointing oil of the Lord is upon you. And they did according to the word of Moses. And the Lord spake unto Aaron, saying, Do not drink wine, nor strong drink, thou nor thy sons with thee, when you go into the tabernacle of the congregation, lest you die. It shall be a statute forever throughout your generations, that ye may put difference between holy and unholy, and between unclean and clean, and that ye may teach the children of Israel all the statutes which the Lord has spoken unto them by the hand of Moses. And Moses spake unto Aaron and to Eleazar and to Ithamar, his sons that were left, take the meat offering that remaineth of the offerings of the Lord made by fire, and eat it without leaven besides the altar, for it is most holy. And ye shall eat it in the holy place, because it is thine due, and thy son's due, of the sacrifices of the Lord made by fire. For so am I commanded. And the waved breast and the heaved shoulder shall you eat in a clean place, thou and thy sons and thy daughters with thee, for they be thy due, and thy sons' due, which are given out of the sacrifices of peace offerings of the children of Israel. The heaved shoulder and the waved breast shall they bring with the offerings made by fire of the fat, to wave it for a wave offering before the Lord. And it shall be thine and thy sons with thee, by a statute forever, as the Lord hath commanded. And Moses diligently sought the goat of the sin offering, and behold, it was burnt. And he was angry with Eleazar and Ithamar, the sons of Aaron, which were left alive, saying, Wherefore have ye not eaten the sin offering in the holy place, seeing that it is most holy, and God hath given it to you, to bear the iniquity of the congregation, to make atonement for them before the Lord? Behold, the blood of it was not brought in within the holy place. Ye should indeed have eaten it in the holy place, as I commanded. And Aaron said unto Moses, Behold, this day they have offered their sin offerings and their burnt offerings before the Lord, and such things have befallen me. And if I had eaten the sin offering today, should it have been accepted in the sight of the Lord? And when Moses heard that, he was content. Now this is Leviticus chapter 11. This is God's food laws, tells you what to eat and what not to eat. And the Lord spake unto Moses and to Aaron, saying to them, speaking to the children of Israel, saying, These are the beasts which ye shall eat among all the beasts that are on the earth. Whosoever parteth the hoof is cloven-footed, and cheweth the cud among the beasts, that shall ye eat. Nevertheless, these shall not eat of them that chew the cud, or them that divide the hoof, as the camel, because he cheweth the cud, but divideth not the hoof. It is unclean unto you. And the coney, because he cheweth the cud, but divideth not the hoof, he is unclean unto you. And the hare, because he cheweth the cud, but divideth not the hoof, he is unclean unto you. And the swine, though he divideth the hoof and be cloven-footed, yet he cheweth not the cud, he is unclean to you. Hogs don't have sweat glands. They're scavengers, just like a chicken. They eat anything. The egg is clean, but the hog, unclean food, because they sweat their poison into the fat. Bacon boy Bill Clinton found out the hard way. President of the United States, the most powerful man in the world, a Rhodes Scholar. But he ate him a bacon cheeseburger every day for lunch, and he had a heart attack when he was the President of the United States. It don't matter how powerful you are or how smart you are. If you eat unclean food, it's going to catch up with you. Of their flesh shall ye not eat, and their carcass shall ye not touch. They are unclean to you. These shall ye eat of all that are in the waters. Whatsoever hath fins and scales in the waters, in the seas, and in the rivers, them ye shall eat. And all of them that have not fins and scales in the seas, and in the rivers, of all that move in the waters, of any living thing